Yo, good morning. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Let's be happy it's Friday. The 1800 FVG trade strat worked yesterday on gold again. Man, gold has been working. It's been nice. I'm gonna put gold up on here just to watch and see what happens. But I'm really looking at NQ this morning just because of how it looked yesterday. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Sorry we haven't streamed much this week with the weird holiday for the US in the middle of the week and then the website. So I'm excited to get some trading in this morning. So I'm on my account that hit those really big trades just to it's kind of my mess around account. But when we start using Quant Crawler, I'll switch over to these two accounts. I'll just recap with you guys real quick while I'm waiting on this 5 minute. This is where we're at on these ones. Then this one's exclusively using Quant Crawler. So right now we've taken 7 trades. We had a 70, almost a 72% win rate. We're up $600. And then this account and this account are following each other, so they're identical. So in total, I think we've traded 3 days on this account. Yeah, we've traded three. I haven't taken any other trades. So in total, between the two, we're up $1,200. So we got to make some movement on there to get these things into Express. But these are exclusively using Quant Crawler. We're not using anything else. So um, yeah, so we'll kind of see if we can get into a trade today. But yikes, we'll see. We'll see how this is going to go. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good everything to everybody. I might trade gold. It just depends. I'm gonna watch and see what happens. I'm gonna pop around. Um, I'm also going to just full transparency with you guys. I I'm not gonna take a trade just for the sake of being in the live stream. Like if a good trade doesn't show up, we're just gonna be watching charts and I'm gonna be talking. So if you guys are here because you only want to see a trade happen, it may not happen today. I'm just telling you right now. It just depends on how it looks. Fridays are typically always weird. And I'm a risky trader, but I'm not a reckless trader. So if nothing shows up and we don't like it, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to take a trade just for the live stream. So um, yeah, so just a heads up. If you guys are just wanting to see a trade actually play out, uh, we got to wait for the right opportunity. Otherwise, we're just wasting money. Afternoon, all from rainy UK. It's going to be rainy for me too in the Pacific Northwest today, man. And it's cold. When I woke up this morning and looked at my phone, it's like, "Good morning. It's currently 37 degrees outside." I'm like, "Nice. Cool. Yeah, good morning. Great." So, is what I'm doing here, just so you guys know, I'm just waiting for this first 5 minute candle to close. When this closes for the orb strategy, oh, I need to switch to the right account right here. I'm going to wait for the first 5 minute candle to close. You can see it's still popping around. We'll mark out the top wick, and wherever the bottom wick lands, we'll mark it out, and then that's going to be our opening range break. So, supposed to rain in Arizona too. Sweet. No work, baby. My crypto is dead. Join the club, brother. Been a rough couple weeks. I thought this was supposed to be a bull market for crypto. What the hell happened? 70 yesterday and will be 40s or below Sunday. That sounds like some Colorado weather to me. Market's brutal. Been using Quant Crawler. Got a top step 50K. Up 700 first day, 1200 the second. Dude, that's solid. We like that. Getting a little cold here in the Bay Area too. What, like a blistering 65? I'm just kidding. In Texas. Ah, the humidity, man. The humidity of Texas. I've only been there one time, and I went to Houston and it was tough, but it was also middle of the summer. It was hot. Oh, Kyle, I appreciate that. Yeah, we've had some pretty insane growth on the channel. I say, just so you guys know, I say we a lot. Um, I think it's just because I'm used to it, but I'm a one man show. So when I say we, there's no one else with me. It's just me. Well, and my wife, my kids. But all right, so there we go. The first 5 minute candle close. So I'm gonna mark that out. We'll take our rectangle tool and go from the top wick to the bottom wick. And then that's my opening range right there. So is how we're going to play this. We're going to do one of two things. I'm going to wait for a break, whether it's below or above. And we're going to have two opportunities here. I'm going to be able to watch on this screen over here because I have my filters on, or I will when I turn them on. Um, my fair value gap indicator. So we're going to look for two things. We're going to look for a break out of the zone. I'll show you again. A break out of the zone here on a 1 minute. And we're going to look for a fair value gap one way or another. If there's a fair value gap that presents itself on one side and it doesn't get reclaimed immediately off the next candle, I'm going to go in and make a play. If that doesn't happen, we're just going to let it go. And then we're going to wait for a break out above and a retest of the zone. And when it retests and breaks back out, we're going to go in. That's going to be the opening range break strategy we're going to do this morning. So we're trending like maybe we're going to break out the top. So we'll see it. And I wanted to clarify this. Sorry, I'm just watching, seeing what's going on here. For NQ and Fridays and me typically don't get along. So wait for a clean break candle to completely close outside. But on NQ, I need a break to be like if it's a little tiny candle that's barely out of the zone, that's not a break. Like I mean, technically it would be, but like if it's barely out of the zone and it comes back in, it's not enough confidence. I'm gonna need to see a candle like to qualify as a break at least above this line right here. Like you need a couple points for sure. Like I need a candle to close above this line to be considered a break. But look at this fair value gap. This would be my indicator right here to take a fair value gap play. If it breaks this line, I'm going to go for the fair value gap because this is what I look for in my strategy, big fair value gaps. But I'm worried it's going to immediately reclaim because it's NQ and that's what it does. Sorry guys, I know I'm not keeping up with chat, but I'm watching this first little bit of volume, so just bear with me and I will catch up with all of you. Mm. Will I do something for the Forex traders, YV? I haven't ever traded Forex live, so I'm not gonna do that today, but I've had some requests on that. We'll probably do some Forex next week. Um, I'm just gonna do futures this morning, but yeah, Forex, I'm gonna make a day dedicated to just Forex because a lot of people like it. Um, I don't typically trade it. I know how to trade it, but I just don't. I don't typically do it. Good morning, Conroy. Sorry, I just saw that. I just saw that you're in here. How you doing, man? Just so you guys know as well, Conroy in the Discord and here in the YouTube chat is one of the moderators. So if you guys need something, he's very good at what he does. I'm not saying blow him up all the time, but if you need something and I'm not getting back with you, he knows how to contact me and he also can help as well. Pans, you're welcome. Yeah, new here. Thank you for providing us with the source. Did you use QuantCrawler? No, I did not. Today I'm right. Well, right now I will use QuantCrawler, but right now I'm just using the opening range break. I wanted to be. A lot of people have asked me how to do it, so I just wanted to. I wanted to do that today, just so everyone can see it. Yeah, Pans, absolutely. Mm-mm-mm. Forex Fridays. Yeah, that would make sense. Forex Fridays. School. Good morning. How you doing, Doctor? I'm good, man. I hope you're doing well, also. Melissa, I a lot of times NQ has more price action than ES will, and it moves quicker. And the only reason I actually picked NQ this morning is because of the video I made yesterday of the orb strategy. It was like picture perfect, and so I just wanted to see if you know things like that typically don't repeat themselves. But NQ yesterday would have been an absolute massive day because it was a perfect break and retest, and I just wanted to watch it just to see if it was going to do it again, and it may. So what I'm thinking, if it goes like this, it'll be a slow little pop. It'll come back, test, and then we'll go in, and it'll be exactly like yesterday. Because yesterday it took about 30 to 40 minutes to unfold. It came back and touched the zone, and then it went. Then it went up. But if we wanted to look at ES as well, I haven't yet this morning. ES might be moving. Holy smokes! So let me mark out this candle, this 930 candle, and I'll tell you guys why I wouldn't trade this day on ES. ES doesn't get as much price movement as NQ does. And if you look at ES right here, this top mark is at 6697 and the bottom is 6670. You're almost trading a 30-point swing on ES, and it's just too big of a window. I won't trade ES on any day. Like if I were just doing the opening range break and it was this big right out the gate, I would just I'd close my browser and be done. I wouldn't even try and trade this big of a break. It's just there's not enough price movement to go 30 points on ES is massive. It's just my opinion. But I don't trade ES if it's more than a 10-point opening range break, honestly. But again, that's just me. Oh yes, no man. I did that last night. I'm like, why is this chart not moving? And I realized because I was testing QuantCrawler that I was on the 30-minute time frame. I thought I was on like the 5. I'm like, man, I'm like, volume is dead in Asia session. And there's like I'm on a 30-minute. The candle does like one tick every like 7 minutes. Hi puppers. You want to say hi? You guys probably can't see him. There he is. There he is. Hi, buddy. Hi, good morning. Okay. Okay, no more. No more. I think he just realized someone was awake. That's Chewy, by the way. Hey, good morning, guys. Just for the heck of it, let's see. We may get our retest, so I am going to be quick, but yeah, so it's thinking long. So if we get our retest, in theory, we should. Quant Crawler likes it. I like it. That's the trend right now. Retest, go, but got to retest the zone. And for me, I know a lot of traders are more specific, but without this breaking out really big, like at least for now, like if this just comes back and touches the zone, I'll go in the minute it touches the zone and set my stop loss down here at the bottom. Um, but if this were a big break, like if it went all the way up here like this and then came down and retouched, I would be really worried. So I would go in, but I would set my stop loss like halfway through the opening range, just because if there's that much volume way up high and then it retouches, I'm like, maybe this push way up high exhausted it, and then it comes back down, and then maybe that's part of a correction. If it's small like this and it comes down, the minute it even wicks into the zone, I'm going in. Okay, let me read this real quick from Dynamics. I'm having an issue with QC. It'll only take 3 charts, but the 15-minute chart, which can't see as far back as 28 days ago without scrunching the chart, isn't this game break? Well, Dynamics, did you change your time frame? Because right here on these, you can change your time frame on the bottom to the 1 day, but this one is hard coded to only look at the 15, 5, and 1. If you change your time frames, these two aren't as hard coded as this one, because these I needed to have more flexibility for people who wanted to do like swing trades if they want to do even longer than 1 day. This one's always going to do a 15, 5, and 1, but if you're doing alternate time frames, then I would use one of these. I think that's what you're saying, and so if I'm wrong, let me know. London closed session right now. Yeah. Conroy up 1 on gold right now. Gold treated me all right last night, but I wanted it to keep going, but I think I was showing you guys screenshots in the Discord. I ended up going up 1,200 last night on gold. I traded Ninja Trader. There's a difference in candles. I don't have that fair. The price wicked it at 938. Really? On NQ? At 938. Oh, this one right here, this green bullish candle came down into it on yours? Oh, yeah, if there's a resolution issue, let me know. Yeah, it looks fine on my screen from what I can see, but I can't see as good as you guys can, obviously. Let me go full screen and see. Whoa. Yeah, when I go full screen, that's awful. Okay. If I get a couple more all good here's, then I won't change anything, but when I went full screen on mine, it looked horrendous. So, if you guys if the bulk of people are good, I won't mess with it, but if okay, all good, all good, all good. Okay. All right. I'll leave it alone then, but yeah, I'm with you there. I went full screen on mine and it looks horrendous. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, that would be annoying. Ricardo, is there a change that Quant Crawler identifies like head and shoulders or consolidations? It's set to identify patterns in a chart if it can clearly see it. So, but it's not going to come up and tell you, hey, there's a head and shoulders on here, or a wedge or a bullish pennant or anything. It's not going to tell you that, but it's it's framed to identify patterns, and then that helps its bias. Like if it knows it's a bullish pennant, that's why sometimes you get the long structure. Your QC at pre-market hit entry 24. Wow, nice. Good morning, Peter. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a good Friday. Lonnie, in theory, yeah. I mean, it's going to give you, if you go to a random chart that you're not watching and you don't know anything about it, it's at least going to give you some analysis to initially take a look at. But I mean, yeah, in theory, it should. When I put in the 3 graphs and type MGC, it's analyzing it and showing me GC instead of MGC. Would that be an issue? It could be an issue, but have you replied to it and just told it that it's MGC? So it adjusts your pricing and everything like that, your stop loss, your take profit. You can reply to it and it'll just it'll revise it. Like you can just simply say this is MGC in the search bar and it'll correct itself. Yo, Nesto, good morning. How you doing? Um, okay, well, we broke our line, so I'm gonna take that off. Good morning, Dustin. Two nights with Quant Crawler set and wins. Dude, yeah, there we go. Nice. But it still reanalyzes it and tells me it's GC. Okay, I'm gonna write that down because I did have some tech tickets this morning, and someone else told me that too. I don't know if it was you, but even if it wasn't, someone else told me that this morning. And I did push a forex update last night, but I think it may have. I think some of it may have trickled over to the ticker identification in futures. So that was another ticket or two, but nothing crucial outside of it mislabels GC MGC and it was mislabeling NQ as MNQ. I got to get a pen real quick so I can write this down, guys. 1 second. Um, oh yeah, fast break. If you're in there already, that would be cool. But I'm also gonna write it down too, just in case it gets lost or something, because that is something. I like I said, I was messing with the tickers last night for forex to get everything loaded and ready to roll that out for Isaiah, and it I think some of it trickled over to the way the ticker is structured for futures, and it wasn't supposed to. Dustin, that is something that is going to be working. I'm working on this weekend because, like, and and it's just little things like you don't know until you know that it's an issue. But like, I have a like you guys can't see it, but I have a massive LG monitor in front of me. So like when I have it up, of course it looks great. And then I was out yesterday, and I'm like, oh, let's just check the laptop, and I opened it up on my laptop, and I was like, there's no way nobody's complained about this. I'm like, this looks awful. So I just didn't realize it until yesterday. So I it's gonna get fixed this weekend. Yeah. All right, I got that the gold ticker written down, fast break as well. So if you don't want to send it in Discord or you haven't already or whatever, I will. I'll look at that right when we're done here. Good morning, Bet. People are having luck on gold this morning. What'd they say? Gold long? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. It's awesome. So, like I was talking about earlier, this would be one that if this comes back and retests the zone. Also, let me just stop real quick. Here would be another thing. If I would have done what I normally do, this is my picture perfect fair value gap rise up out of the zone. Normally, I like another fair value gap in here, but there would have been a small fair value gap between. Well, no, there wouldn't have been. Not here. There, like maybe, barely, a little blip of a line. But this rise right here that immediately didn't get reclaimed, I would have went in right here if I was trading my normal strategy, which I honestly should have been. But yeah, dang it. If I would have went in here, and we would have stretched down to the middle, 85 would have been at like 170. So we'd be close. I'm gonna leave this here just as a tracker, because if I was stuck with my strategy, boom, boom, there would have been like I said, a little tiny blip right in here between these ones that would have kicked over, and then there she be. But uh, bet I'm working on the bar chart integration starting next week, and then phase two is unclear. Whenever I get that done and it works flawlessly, I really would like to have I mean, here's you guys know me how transparent I am with you guys. Ideally, everything is working right and the bar chart integration is there and that's done so people can see that they just need to go in and type a ticker and all of that is done and completely flawless and working fine. There's no price issues, there's no anything, and that's done before December 1 because 99.9% of people are all on their 30-day trial going into that first week of December. And I think I've already spent almost $1,500 on integrations and website stuff and all of that for Quant Crawler. So I'd really like for all of the trials to not cancel if they don't have their integration in there. So just full transparency, getting everything up and running, the tickers correct, the tick value, tick size, the pips, like all of the high detail analytics and the output, mainly ticker recognition and price recognition with bar chart integration. Then once those are there, I can start building out phase two. But really, I need to see how many people are going to retain these trials and how many people are not, because every step I take adding more integrations is more cost and money. And if like 30 people are going to use it, then I'm spending $1,000 a month and it's making like 300 and I'm losing 700 a month. So it just, again, like I said, I'm transparent with you guys, telling you what's going on. So I'm obviously still moving on it. I'm already money into it, which is fine, but we'll just have to see what happens. And I need to get the GPT updated on Chat GPT. I told somebody yesterday that I was going to do that today, so I got to do that today. Yeah, Dustin, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we would have ticked out over here on this one right there. So I know that we're waiting for a retest now, but if I would have been trading my normal strategy, big fair value gap. Let me move this out of the way. Opening range, marks high and low, boom, boom, fair value gap, massive, followed by a massive one. Between these guys, I think there would have been a little blip right there. Another little, yeah, we would have had another little, no, we wouldn't have because of the candle wicks. Somewhere, there was one somewhere in here. Anyways, if we would have just followed the fair value gaps and went in, set to the midpoint, yeah, that's okay. It's NQ. I'll support you, no problem. Appreciate that. Yeah, fast break. It'll always. I'll never take away the being able to upload photos. Like it's already integrated, so I'm not going to take that away in lieu of something. Um, Cash, honestly, the biggest expense is bar chart. Um, that I already paid for. And I have all the stuff for it, but bar chart is like, so they have a monthly fee, which is $200 a month. And then on top of that, but you'd like $200 a month is to just have access to the platform. Then if you want the futures analytics with the amount of API calls we're already getting on the site and how many chats we're getting a day, we have to add futures on their live streaming package. So you get the info live and it's not delayed 15 minutes because that wouldn't make sense. We have to have live data. So just for the futures alone is another $325 a month. So right there we're at 525. And then we add in the indices and we add in the all the indexes, all the commodities. We add in crypto as well. All of those are another $400, and then we have the hosting stuff and all of that. So just bar chart alone is $900 a month. So get back to me. It'll get more expensive as more people use it, but it'll only get more expensive for the um just the amount of usage in general. Bet you can use it anytime. Nesto, I appreciate that. I'm not looking for investors. Is what my goal is I haven't really told anybody this because it's just kind of a it's just not really something I would talk about, but my YouTube channel got monetized the other day. So I'll finally start getting a little bit from YouTube. So that'll be nice. As the more that channel grows, the more, we'll get off that. Um, or I will get off that, which will supplement part of this. But like the other thing though, too, is when I logged into the live stream, it asked if I wanted to turn on, just because it's monetized now, if I wanted to turn on midstream ads, and I told it no. So I was like, I could do stuff to make more money, but then, I mean, I'm no different than any other streamer. You guys are getting midstream ads because I'm live and you don't pay for YouTube Premium. Like I'm not going to do that. It's like we didn't start that way, so why would I throw that in now? I mean, that may change, but like, if my very first live after getting monetized, I'm like, here, take all these midstream ads, or I can click the ad button right now and roll ads. Um, but it's like I just don't want to do that right now. No, I'm not saying no to the ads. The first stream after being monetized, I threw I just sit here and spam the ad button. You guys are gonna be like, "What are you doing, man?" Like I'll just click it right now. No, I'm not gonna click it right now. I'm not gonna never have the ads on. The ads are gonna be on. That's how the channel makes money, which can offset that. Press the button. Don't see Conroy and I get along great. That's why you guys see us bantering back and forth. He's the bad. It's not me. He's the bad influence because he'll say stuff like that, and then he'll be so rude to me. And like later, I'm gonna hear about it. You guys should see the DMs he sends me. You would think, oh, this is really nice. Like, oh, he's a good guy. I'm just kidding. He's a great guy. Don't think different of him. Press that button. I'm not gonna press the button. You guys can't pressure me. Well, we need to find something this morning. We need to see if we can get a trade going. Let's take a look at I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's see if we can get let's see if gold is still looking good. I don't want to like catch the top of gold though and have it see everything is doing this right now. Oops. Oh my gosh. What am I? I'm not even on the right ticker. 24.5 incoming. Whoa. You think we're gonna pull to all the way down here? ORB means opening range break. So this right here is the opening range. I marked out the first 5-minute candle, which is this one right here. It's the I'll redo this so you can see it. This red candle, I'll move my mouse. You can see that right here there's a bottom wick and then there's a top wick right there on this one specifically. I'm just getting my crosshairs out of the way. This would be our 5-minute opening range candle. So when we mark out the top to the bottom, we can then stretch this over and be like, this is our 5-minute opening range, and ORB stands for opening range break. So is what I was looking for is a move outside of the zone and then to come back and retouch this zone and see if it gets defended and go back up, and I would enter in down here on a retest. So that's what the opening range is. Autocorrect change Forex to forever. Oh, I must have, did I miss something? Oh, I think that if Quant Crawler helps you get a payout, you have $10 month. Yeah, max. Yeah, you're probably right. Francisco, I hope that helped. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm happy to keep talking about it because a lot of people are curious, but I know there are a lot of people that are curious about it, but not a lot of people ask questions about it. So thank you for asking. And if you do have other questions, just throw them out. I'm happy to talk about it because we aren't in a trade right now, so it gives us something a little education piece. So exited at 24920. Yeah, right in there. Nice. So you can't trade proper crypto, but you could do MBT, which would be micro Bitcoin. You could trade that, but um I don't think they have full size in here. No, they just have micro Bitcoin, but it's not, I mean, I guess technically, right? Yeah, the fair value. I know I was looking at that over here. Like if I would have fair value gap, breakout, went in somewhere in here, I would have 1 to 2. Yeah. So I'm glad you were able to do well, at least if you were looking at NQ. I didn't check anything else, but yeah, Dustin, I'm with you there. Gold with the slower market. Yeah, because it's like, and it's not that like instant reward. So two really good things. It teaches you patience because you have to wait. You have no choice because there's no volume. So you go in and you can't be impatient, which makes days like this where you have to wait. Like I'm just waiting to enter a trade. I'm not like I started the stream by telling you guys I don't even know if we're going to take a trade. It has to present itself. Like I'm not in a hurry to click the button and get into a trade. Like I'm not like fiending for it. Like I'm not getting the addictive shakes. Like I got to get into a trade. It's like if it's not there, it's not there. Now this would need to come down and retest, and I'll go in. Even if this comes down and retests in an hour, I'll go into it. Like this could chop all the way over here like this, and then come down and retest here. I'm going in. It's just it's got to be there. If it's not there, I'm not doing it. So, which is kind of boring, honestly, for a live stream. Like if I'm trading and you guys are here to see trades, like but you also have to learn good habits too. Like I know there are other streamers out there because I've seen them. They'll be in a trade and they'll get ticked out and they're like, all right, chat, let's go in for another one, and they'll just click the button. Like they won't even they won't even look. So just because it keeps you entertained. But I love entertaining people, but you have to have good habits too. You have to have good strategy. You can't do it for the views, man. D, the difference between this one here is the cost. So like the reward to it. Like here, let me go to this. Let me go to just one of these trash accounts I have that I've that like this one here. You can see I lost $400 messing around. Like if I click that I have a $200 risk and a $400 reward, and I just do one contract of it right here. Like look how big that gap is. Like a $200 loss is way down here. So one little move up, I'm making 50 cents. Like, and then to take profit to hit $400, it has to go all the way back to 100,000. Like Bitcoin's going to have to gain 5,000 a day. But with that being said, let me flatten this out. You could go 3, 5. Like I could go, let's go 5. I'll show you 5. I click this, way more manageable. If Bitcoin pops up to here, like we're up $10. Let me close out of that. So like you can change your contract sizing and positioning and stuff, but if you do just one and you do 200, you're like it's not going to work. Sorry guys, my supermodel just came downstairs. Why do you laugh when I say that? It's like you don't take it serious. You may get up and get you some coffee. You may clean the house real quick?
Yes.
Sorry guys, I gotta go clean the whole entire house. I'll be right back. Whoa. Hey NQ. It's cool. Top Step lets you trade those. Yeah, it does. But I think there's that one, and I think there's yeah, you can do micro Ethereum too. That's it. Futures on those. Yeah, Dustin, right? D, you're welcome. Envy, how you doing this morning? Excuse me, sorry. Rocky, back in the day, we didn't sim accounts. The firm that hired you made you sit and start with one contract, and it was live. They're like, sit down, one live contract, don't mess up. So that was probably a pretty stressful interview process, I would imagine. Oh, fast break. I see your thing on Discord. I just looked at my phone for a second. Um, it was down 88K at one point. Yikes. In 5 months. Damn. Yeah, Veed, I know. I know. You know what? There's no way that could happen to me. You're right. I have to do that because it's gonna be a good night. Oregon Ducks play tonight. Go Ducks. Sorry to any Minnesota fans out there. It's gonna be a tough night. Probably gonna lose by 60. Gonzaga plays tonight. I got my two sports teams that I follow playing tonight. I think the Blazers play tonight. I might be in the works for a trifecta here. Yeah, go Ducks, Adam. Go Ducks. What do you think? Do you think 60 is fair, Adam? I mean, give or take a touchdown or two. Better make some money today. Oh yeah, we read that one. Most of the traders I've seen use a 15-minute orb to define the 5-minute through practice data. Yeah, Ray. I prefer the 5-minute. But there are some people who use there are some people who use like I talk about him a lot, and I think the guy is great. He again, like I say, he's far more successful than me with trading. His name's RP Profits. Is what he does is he uses the 15-minute, and he uses the let's see if his would have worked out. He uses the 8 to 8:15 candle. So right here, he marks that one out because that's pre-market, and he goes off of where institutions place their money for his break. So when you mark that out, and he waits until 9:30. So when this opened right here, he waits for the break and then the retest and then go short again is the way he does it. But he says in his videos that this is where institutions are defending, like they're going to defend this. But I know some people do the 15-minute break off of the New York Open, and that I'm sure that works too. I just like the 5-minute. I think it's a little more condensed and tighter most of the time. But RP Profit strategy does work, but like today is a day it would not have worked, and you would have lost because in theory he waits till 9:30, waits for a breakout, which happened, waits for a retouch, which happened, and then somewhere in here you would have went in, and then you would have went short, thinking this was going to defend itself and come back, and it obviously went the other way. So I've seen a bunch of different orb stuff, and really I think if you have an orb strategy, I think it all works. It's just it's just, do you have a strategy you follow? And like some days your strategy works while mine won't work, and some days my strategy will work while yours won't work. It's your risk factor and all that. Yeah, JB, I did that last night. It's on there. You can I'll show you. Well, let's test it and make sure it didn't break. Oh my gosh. Watch, I'm gonna do this, and it broke overnight. It was working good last night when I got it ready for Isaiah. He was asking about it last night, so please work. You can see I tested it last night at 9:40 and it was working. Come on, Quant Crawler, talk to me. There we go. Yeah, so it's in there. You can adjust your time frames right here too. So if you have any issues, let me know, please, because I wasn't I wasn't aware honestly yesterday that that wasn't in there because I know a lot of people like that. 49.10 Ducks, a little low, but I'll take it. Dan will be nice. Let up at 50. Yeah, yeah, light 50 piece. Um, is there an orb set up on MGC right now? Let's look. So if we do the 5-minute, find the 9:30 right here, go top bottom. Drag it. You wouldn't have had a retest yet if you're waiting for a break and retest. You wouldn't have had that yet. But if it comes back and touches the zone, in theory, following the orb strategy, all this would have to do at this point is come back and touch the zone. And then again, in theory, you would go in when it touches the zone or wait for it to break out just a little bit to confirm it's going to continue that way and then go. You don't get in on it, you can still get in at retest. Yeah, enterprises for sure. There's two different strategies to it. I mean, I like the fair value gap, and today it would have worked. Um, but yeah, like this retest right here, if this goes and retests anytime within the next, I'm gonna say 45 minutes, I'm still gonna go in. Yeah, footprint charts are great. How did I get the orange background in QC? By mistake. The interface update itself was a mistake. I didn't actually mean for this to be blue and orange and purple. Well, I knew the colors is what I wanted it to be, was just the actual tabs and buttons. These were supposed to be separate independent buttons up here. And then I was trying some different like open source code and I found this one and it looked fine. And then I'm like, all right, well, let's just move the color down to the box. And when I did that, it put this gradient on it and I really liked it. So I kept it. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, no, and it totally was by mistake. I didn't plan on changing the color at all. I just wanted the tabs to be those colors. I had the color like this shade and like gradient thing, or whatever you would call it. Just I guess the shade of blue, orange, and purple. And I wanted the buttons, and then I like loaded it, and I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, that'll work. We'll do that instead. Yeah, Veed, and then is what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna put a timeline on it because I've been working myself 16 hours a day. This is going to be blue, Forex is going to be orange, crypto will be purple, and then options are going to be right here, and that will be like a forest green, like a dark forest green, darker, I guess. Apologize. Conroy, I was going to message you because you were deleting messages and then you timed someone out, and I can see that. And I'm like, I don't know what he's doing because nobody said anything wrong, but I'm like, you'll see, you'll figure it out. Hey, West, I appreciate that. Thank you. Veed, yeah. Is what I should do is because crypto is breaking everybody's heart, I should just go make that one just black. Like you can't. There's just treating everybody with a cold black heart. Global, yeah, you can. Yeah. Bye, Ash. Have a good day. Yeah, the crypto market, man. I can't believe Bitcoin has held below 100,000. And I was saying this last night to somebody, I think it was in Discord, that like it was Bitcoin rose so fast that it was probably overvalued. And so it needed a good little shakedown, but I'm ready for it to come back. Conroy, I'm not sure. I didn't mark out the London high. Hit 3 small scalps off recommended entry zones on MNQ. I mean, we're to the tick. That's awesome. That's good feedback, Dwayne. I'm glad that worked out. Um, yeah, that's awesome. 3 of them. Can you use QC option live on trade, please? I'm never quick enough to fulfill. Yeah, but I would need a trade to be there. I do, Ricardo. It's pinned. But I can also post it here for you. But yeah, I will take a trade if one presents itself, but I'm not gonna take a trade just for the live stream, but I will if one presents itself to get in there, yeah. You're welcome, Ricardo. Wealth, Quant Crawler gave me 80% confidence on short trade before market open. Yeah, I with market open, yesterday was the first day that I ever used, or maybe it was the day before, I think it was Wednesday, that I ever used Quant Crawler at market open. So normally I don't use Quant Crawler 10 minutes before or 10 minutes after, because if you go back and look at this one, like from everything below back behind this zone, like look at the volume bars down at the bottom. I mean, it's taking this into account with low volume and this kind of movement. It thinks it's going to just do, and again, it's of course going to go short. You're before market open where all this volume kicked in. So I don't use it 10 minutes prior and 10 minutes after, because there's zero chance that Quant Crawler can predict the future and what these volume bars are going to do. Like if you look at this bar right here, for example, well, let's look a little bit closer to market open. This one, 10 minutes before market open, the volume was 1,826. The opening candle was 23,000. So, I mean, it was 20 times the volume almost 10 minutes later. So, but like if you, again, if you block off the market open right here and you drag this over, if Quant Crawler is seeing this, it absolutely is going to tell you to go short. If you just look at the chart, it's going to tell you. But you have to take into account the market open, and that's where 99.9% of the volume is for the day. So, yeah, I'm not surprised it told you to go short. It would have told everybody to go short, I think. Use the crawler's verification of what I see in so far. So having a counselor. Yeah, it's like a really, really quick second set of eyes, right? Yeah, 15 minutes after. Yeah, I do 10. Some people do 15. Um, yeah. Rocky, how's the bar chart integration going to work? Is how it's going to work is like this. And I've tested this locally, so I know I can do this. It's just at scale that scares me. You come in here and all you're going to say is analyze GC and send it. And you probably need to have your time frames correct, but is what should happen if you're on the 15, 5, and 1, you say analyze GC, it's going to go to bar chart, and bar chart is going to give you the last 40 candles of each one. Is how I have it set now. That's the part I have to play with to get like the best results. So if you go, counting on the ones, like basically the 1 minute probably needs to pull like the last, I don't know, I'm going to have to count them out, 60 or so candles. Then the 5 minute can pull like the prior 30, and the 15 minute can pull the prior like 20 or whatever that number is. I'm literally making numbers up as we talk. Whatever that number is, when you say analyze GC, it will go to bar chart and pull the 15-minute chart with the last 20 candles, the 5 minute with the last 30, and the 1 minute with the last 60, and analyze it from there without you having to upload screenshots. You can still upload screenshots if you want. But that's another part too, is like if I allow screenshot uploads, which one is going to win? Because ideally you would want bar chart to win and overtake its information and only use the photos as like validation for what it's finding. But what if people don't want what if people want the charts and not bar chart? Then how do I, so there's a balance there that I have to find, and I haven't found that yet, of like how to make it work. I took the short to TP1 and it did hit. Nice. How to set up stop value in USD. You can come over here to your settings and manage brackets. Oh, I was on 5. If I would have clicked to enter this and went 5 positions, that would have not been good for me. The settings button right here, you can pick your dollar bracket, your position risk size, and it'll match it dollar for dollar. So like if I put 200 and 400, when I do this, it'll automatically take the tick size on the account and the tick value and assign it. Hey, I'll be, Greg, the Discord is pinned at the top. I have to go start my daughter's car real quick so it warms up before she goes to school. I'll be back in under 2 minutes. Calm down. What's your deal? Stop. Freaking me out. Hey, stop. Sorry. Dog's all over the place this morning. Jumped on my white sweatshirt, got it dirty. Oh, all right. I'm back. Um. Oh, you guys. Going to start the Lambo. Yep, every kid's got one. If someone just joined in and heard that, they'd be like, this guy's a joke. Like, I get all my kids a Lambo when they turn 16, just so they learn how to drive the most powerful machines out there from day one, you know? Yeah, trading assistant dog. He's something. He's not an assistant. He doesn't do anything beneficial. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. C, there is I'm working on an options tab. Excuse me. I'll show you. I have futures. Sorry, guys. I have futures, Forex, and crypto. And then over here is going to be options. And I'm working on that as well. Ruben, I could, but so here's what I worry about with that. I've had a lot of people ask about this. I could put an entry point in here, but the problem is I'm worried too many people are going to use that and then be like, this doesn't work, it's wrong, because crypto is so volatile. That I don't okay. When I see what people are running on the back end, like I can see what is being analyzed. Most of them are meme coins. They're not using it for like more stable coins. Like they're not running Bitcoin. They're not running Ethereum or Solana. They're using like I saw one last night that was like Thanksgiving turkey coin, and it's like that's not going to give you an entry point. That's not even a real thing. Like that's not even a coin. So it's like it's a meme knockoff scam coin, and they're trying to find an entry price for it. So I just don't want to do that, and that's the reason why, is because I don't want people to be like, it told me to go in here and then this tanked and got a rug pull. Why didn't it know that? Because it's just people are gonna do that, and then I'm gonna be the reason they lose money because I put that in there. So at least that's my thinking. If you guys think something different on it, and there's a way that you can explain it to me that it would make sense, and you legitimately think like, hey, it would be cool to have this, then I would do it. But I just think it's gonna be used for the wrong reasons. Yeah, I thought about that too, but the only I can't hard code it to that, because then it's not. Have a good day, Maddie. I can't hard code it to that because if I hard code it to the first 5 to 10, then it's not going to run for anybody or anything like in any other scenario. It's just going to say error in Shinto. Yeah. Oh, they said drive safe. Um, so it has to be like one or excuse me, all or nothing on the entry point analysis, and they're going to use it no matter what. So I'm trying to be open minded about it and not be so like one lane narrow minded on it, but I don't know. Not for meme coin such as turkey coin. Yeah, but I mean, hey, in truth, when you switch tabs, nobody reads this. When you come in here and you go to crypto, nobody reads this either. Like they don't read this. They grab their charts, they upload it. No one reads any of this stuff I put in here. Like only one person has called out that this is still wrong. 1 hour, 15, and 5 minute. This is supposed to be 15, 5, and 1, and only one person has said something about it in 4 days. So, oh, Poppy, that's funny. I was like, I had no idea, but that's awesome. Now I know. So yeah, I've got one tech email of someone telling me this is incorrect versus the most minuscule item typo in here, 5 to 7 emails. So good, Snowman. You should because it's a disclaimer. Haven't been out of the futures tab yet. Well, so then I could be building the most badass stuff over here and you wouldn't even know. It was just like I'm in my tab. I don't need to click anything else. This is home. I'm not going anywhere. Doesn't care. Okay. I'm not going to say that we're going to hunt for a trade, but we need to see if we can get something going because right now it's just been me talking to you guys for an hour, which I love, but you guys probably want to see a trade happen just like I want to see a trade happen. So, let's think. We already looked at ES this morning. It's following the same path as NQ, which I expected. Gold already went long this morning. We may have missed this. I mean, we could try a gold trade. I don't feel confident doing anything on our actual Quant Crawler accounts. I guess we could. We could do gold. We could do MGC, and I could test the MGC error that's happening. Yeah, Poppy, I know. I'm just looking to see if anything would come up that seems like it would be worth it. Oh, Dimmler, I mean it should be, but no, it's just a typo that just got pointed out to me the other day. And I forgot to fix it until I was live streaming talking about it. So Mhm. QC, you have best results in Asia session with or MGC or with other assets in session. Do you have the best results? Asia session gold, GC specifically for me. My NQ orb example, the fair value gap one would have worked this morning. Yep. Would have worked. I'm glad you guys are seeing success with that because that's what I've used for. I actually started using that mainly this year. But prior to that, I was, yeah, I was trying every strategy I could to find one that was consistent. that didn't have to be like, if this happens, then I wait for this to happen, and then if those two things have happened, I just wait for this to happen, and then I can do this. Like, when you have to have 3 or 4 steps of if this, then that, and but what if, and then if this, then that in the what if scenario, then you can go in. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Just run the gold. I know, Dub. I get to a point where like that's why I have this account that's well on the day down 100, and then this one's down 487 because I was spamming gold last night. What did I lose last night? This has got to let's look at these trades. We can do that. Like, look, I was spamming like crazy. I was, you know what it was? I was trying. I don't know if he's in here because I don't know his name on. I don't know his name on YouTube. Uh, guys, we have like the micro scalp king in our Discord. P Dizzle, I think, is his exact name in there. Dude, yeah, P Dizzle, yep. He's up like $2,100 on 210 trades. Like, dude is scalping. It's so funny. He posts a screenshot, and like some days I'll feel bad. I'm like, oh, dude, I took 6 trades today. Like, no way I took 6 trades. He uploaded that screenshot yesterday that showed he was up $1,100 on like 141 trades. It's working for him though. I mean, temporarily. I don't know if he has a long term system, but if he's making $2,000 a day doing it, like rock and roll, dude. Like, if it works for you and you know what you're doing, get it. It's so crazy though. I saw that last night and like literally was laughing out loud. Like I couldn't believe, but then I could because I see how like on a slow boring day I could do that. Target 3 points in NQ and do fairly well. Like on scalps, Randy, you just try and quick enter for 3 points and get out. 6K in 2 days over 400 trades. Yeah, it's so crazy. All right, Dwayne. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I don't know if you're still here, but I just saw your message. Thanks for being here this morning. King, are you supposed to leave the volume indicator on? The only thing I'll show you if you're looking at the right-hand side of the screen, this is what I try to clean up because Quant Crawler is pulling these numbers over here. If you have like volume doesn't have an indicator over here, but if you have like the EMA and VWAP, we found that it's pulling one of these numbers sometimes instead of the actual number. And then people are like, hey, it has the current price wrong. And it's because it's pulling one of these indicator numbers instead of the actual number. So the only thing you would need to not have on, just like to make sure it has its best opportunity to pull the right price, is this one right here. But with that being said, when bar chart comes in, you won't have to worry about your indicators of removing them and all of that. Like you won't have to do any of that at that point. But as of right now, just nothing over here on the right side. I mean, you can, but it just might get confused. That's all. Usually 100 plus trades on a slow day. Yeah, I mean, if you're just scalping 3 points, that's awesome. Took a long with GC, made 540, but would have made 2K. Stop the trade because it gets crazy trading 2 minutes. Yeah, I get that. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Quant Crawler has had some really good it's had some great feedback so far. And yesterday was 7 days of the website officially being up. So today's day 8. And yeah, it's been great. People seem to like it. Man, if you would have taken, I know I shouldn't do this, but I do. If you would have fair value gapped somewhere in here down to the middle right now, you would have ran up well over a 1 to 2, maybe even push a 1 to 3 somewhere in here close. Cuz you could have just turned your stop loss into like your second take profit and just trail it up the whole way. Uh, if you turn off the highlighted numbers in the price. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, but for me, I like them. Yeah, I like them on, but yeah, you can just turn them off. But for the sake of putting mass information out of how to do it, just tell everybody to do it with no indicators. No, snowman, it won't. It'll show up, but it won't mess anything up because it has no numbers tied to it. Man, we did not get we did not get a retest. Nice, Rocky. Sorry, guys. I was just reading. I was reading an email about a take profit trader promotion that they just emailed out, and I wanted to see if it was worth sharing, but it does not appear so without doing a whole bunch of steps. um, yeah, man, this account are these two accounts. We only took one trade on them this week, right here. This Quant Crawler, but Not feeling good enough to go into any trade right now. Battle mode? No, I haven't. That's funny. I'll have to look at that. Renzo, I don't have a consistent schedule right now for that, but next week my goal is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what I'm trying for. But with that being said, I have to see how Tuesday goes. My 12-year-old is going in to have her tonsils taken out on Tuesday. So Tuesday, I will for sure be completely unavailable. And I'm assuming most of the day Wednesday, but if I do the New York Open at 6:30 my time, because I'm Pacific time, um, I should be able to do that while she's sleeping. But I'm not gonna push to do a live stream if she needs me, obviously. So Monday for sure. I will 100% do Monday because lives, that may be the only time I get the opportunity to do that, depending on how that goes. That's so funny. I'm gonna show you guys this right here. Um, it's so good. Hang on. Let me get it pulled up. So P Dizzle, um, from Discord. This is where he's at. 359 trades for today, up $3,330.72. Scalping. isn't that insane? I just happened to open Discord and see it. Oh, he's in here. That's funny. I love it. That's so crazy. Mine would be the opposite of that. It'd be like you took. It would just say account deactivated. Yeah, mine would just be like, "Hey, brother, you're done. Just don't. Just don't." You tell me why you didn't 1025. Because I'm not trading the fair value gap on this. I was mapping this for a break and retest. And when I do the fair value gap, I normally am only looking for them right here out of the beginning stage. Like this would have been, if I was doing the fair value gap, would have been the perfect play. But I was going for a break and retest today is what I was looking for. And we just never got a retest. It just didn't happen. Nothing like a full-time job. Yeah. We should have a poll for his nickname. Yeah, I know. I was telling him last night in the Discord. Some of you guys were in there. I'm like, I got to find a nickname for you and give you your own tag, but I can't call him like King Micro. You know, Micro King. No, that's not gonna work. You can't call him any of that. Like you can't call him anything. Go through a case of Mountain Dew every morning scalping. Just a case, just slamming them and scalping, making $20 here and there. Dude, he micro machine, yeah. He's always on. Like he was on I was talking with him yesterday, most of the day. Like I see him in there, and he was already posting when I woke up. Like, yeah, I mean, well, he was also saying yesterday too that like he's been researching this and it like has consumed him and he loves it and it's like motivating. So, um, Scout Boy, I don't know if I can do that one either, but yeah, yeah, he's obsessing over it and it's working for him. So I think it's it certainly is addicting. Well, Snowman, I thought about asking him, and he'll probably hear this if he's in here about like at least doing a Discord channel where he doesn't have to talk or anything. Like he could just share his screen if he doesn't want to be. Not everyone wants to be on camera, so if you're not don't want to be on camera, don't want to talk, whatever, but just share your screen and and then just watch him operate for an hour. It's like, but it's different too. Like when you have people watching, like it. I don't feel like I trade different, but like maybe today, if I would have just been sitting here by myself and I wasn't on screen trying to be really like diligent about what I'm doing, maybe somewhere in here I would have clicked just to see. Like maybe I would have caught it right here and it would have went up and then I would be in this trade, right? Like if I would have randomly clicked, I would have done that, but that's not a it's not a strategy. That's a gamble. That's gambling. So that doesn't work. But yeah, Poppy, I would too. I'd love to see how he's doing it because I think it would be funny. If I would have if I would have taken it, where would I be at? Yeah, if I would have entered in off the break, you have your fair value gaps here, it breaks out, and then you would have entered in wherever you would have wanted to after these fair value gaps, as long as you have a clean break. So here, if you would have entered in somewhere around here, drag this to the middle line, that would have been 104. And if you want a 1 to 2, you would have been up at 208 or whatever, somewhere in here, 210. If you would have waited for another fair value gap to pop up, you would have waited for right here where the fair value gap is. If you waited above the zone and you still right now would have been profitable as well. Fair value gaps off the break right here. If you waited for another fair value gap to show up right there, and then you actually right now would be running up almost a 1 to 3. Actually, you would have hit a 1 to 3 pretty much, 104. So, yeah. Yeah, he's just a bot. I'll be right back, guys. I got to go look for one thing. Give me 2 minutes. Offset. Okay. And then, yeah, just let her know I'll pick her up right after school. And I'll bring her over to your house later. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll pick you up as early as I can. Sorry. More coffee. Be right back. Past yesterday's close on NQ. Yeah, man, it's just running. Oh, is there over 700 now? Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I meant to say hi to him. I saw Ultron in here earlier. He said hi. Ultron is Addy in Discord who built that whole thing out for me. He's awesome. Does such a good job. He's quick. He does well, I shouldn't say this without him knowing that I'm saying it, but he does a lot of he does a lot of like social media stuff. He does a lot of Discord servers. He like a lot of tech stuff like that, like clipping and editing, video editing, all of that. He's very good at stuff like that. So mentioning that because if anybody ever needs anything, um, he was awesome. I don't know if he's open to more work or not. I don't know how busy he is, but yeah, he put the Discord server together in like 2 days, like the whole entire thing ready to go, and we worked out like a couple small little things. That's it. It was like, yeah. Oh yeah, there's our little pullback. I know in here in this you can change. Oh yeah, you can change on the key levels indicator when it loads. You can change for like yesterday's numbers. So far today's high, today's low, yesterday close right here for at least the New York session. Yeah, community of trader for trades. Yeah, for traders. Yep. We don't we don't sell anything in there. We don't. I mean, I do a lot of Quant Crawler updates, and that's what we're talking about. It's a Quant Crawler server, but we're not in there selling anything or whatever. It's like just people talking about what works, what doesn't work, platforms and programs, and different prop firms. And yeah, it's cool. I love it. We had a good group in there. It's awesome. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what we're building so far. I'm not like trying to pat myself on the back because I'm not doing that at all. I never do that. But we got a really good group of people. Like there's not a single person that I have seen yet for having 700 plus people in there that has been negative. I'm sure that that will come, but dude, such a weird feeling too. Yesterday, like um, someone impersonating me, like trying to talk to people, and yeah, so weird. Skits, the only reason that I do that is because I let the volume, like the first 10, 15 minutes, like, I think it was Snowman or maybe it was someone else was saying they wait 15 minutes. Um, is just to let this initial volume pump because you can see if we look at the volume numbers. Let me go NQ is easier to see on this. For our volume, like here, yeah, I'm on NQ. 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, and then right around here, it's still in the fours, but it does just slowly start trailing off. You get a couple, like a 2,000 volume. I mean, I know we're looking at 1 minute candles, but it just kind of slows down just a little, like 15, 20, 10, 15, 20 minutes instead of like, 4, 5,000 1 minute candles. So just because if you do it before, Quant Crawler doesn't know what's going to happen at market open. Yeah, Shinto, I know, but You know, there's also people too that maybe it's the first Discord server they've joined, or maybe they are in other servers, but they've never experienced that or something. So it's like it's always tough because people wouldn't do that if it didn't work. Yeah, this guy, whoever made it, spelled automate with two T's. But you know, the funny thing is, I'm like, I don't have a ton of extra time. I'm like, I could just make 15 different profile pictures and just change it every single day. So that would just make more work for them. If they want to impersonate me, they wouldn't line up. But then I'm like, I would just be adding an extra step to my day to make someone else's day more like harder. So I don't. Rocky, normally I like when I'm not live, normally I have my screen off to the right with my account, like my brokerage account over here, and then I have my prop firm stuff over here, and I'll just do both at the same time. But my real money accounts, I only trade the orb. I don't do any quant crawler stuff on there. I'm using quant crawler on the prop firms, but I have accounts on here that work as well. I just um with my real like brokerage account, I just use that off my strategy because I I just like that's not a prop firm account. So it's more I trade different with that one. Like I'm way less willing to do these types of trades. I know some people use their full brokerage account with Quant Crawler though. Like they don't care, they do it and it works. But for me, I don't want to do that. Like worked really hard for that money, and so that's just my viewpoint on it. But if you look at all the results though that we're seeing, like the people talking about like I just had this win, I just had this win. Like I very easily could. I haven't got to that point. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing too is for consistency purposes, if I have one account that does the 5 minute orb at the end of the year, like the last trading day of the year, I'll be able to look at that and say this 100% was opening range break for a 12-month period. Was I profitable? Was I not? Which I will be. But like I can say there's not, oh, I tried this strategy and I tried this strategy, but during this month I made money, during this month I lost money, and so on. It's just, I have one account that is one strategy and I know if it works. So there is a verification in there. But I don't think it's by phone. But Addy set all that up. I'll have to talk to him about it. Just hit TP using Quant Crawler on MGC. Nice. All right, Dustin. Have a good day, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and hopefully see you Monday morning. Um, guys, I think I'll probably call it. I don't think we're gonna get into a trade. I appreciate you guys being here. I know it's kind of a boring live stream because we didn't get into one, but nothing showed up. So we could have if I wasn't focused on the break and retest, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. We didn't take a trade and that's okay. So I'll be in the Discord all day. If you guys need anything, I'm gonna be working on Quant Crawler. Yeah, so I yeah, I will. Is SPX included in the list of symbols? It should be, Renzo. If not, I can add it. No worries. So, Yeah, Rocky, I'm going to. I'm going to relax. I am going to get a couple small things done, but then Monday we start bar chart, and that's going to take up the week and tonsil surgery for the kiddo. So on Tuesday, so it's going to be a long week for me. That's why I'm trying to get so much done now. But um, get it to a good point, work on it, and if you guys need me, I'll be in the Discord. You can contact me anytime. So appreciate you guys being here. Have a good weekend.